everyone. Throughout this year, everyone seems to be asking me the same types of questions. Did you plan this? Was this your goal freshman year to be standing at the podium? Let me guess, you wrote your speech 3 months ago. Clearly that is false, because obviously I wrote it 4 years ago. I'm kidding. I promise I'm kidding. There's no way this was my goal. I didn't think I could do this. And here's why. Throughout my 4 years, I've never had perfect attendance. I'm actually pretty sure I've used up all the absences I possibly had. I've procrastinated on big assignments. I've done my homework at the absolute last minute. I'm talking the class starts at 7:37, and I'm furiously scribbling in the back at 7:36. And on certain days, I've decided that some things were a little bit more important than class that day. For some reason, everyone thinks that in order to be standing at this podium, you have to have been perfect. That you had to have been at your absolute best every day for 4 years. And I'm here to tell you that that has to be wrong, because here I am. And I'm not perfect. Despite all the cocky comments I make implying otherwise. Because honestly, being perfect is overrated. And it will drive you insane if you try to do it. No. You see, the important part of life is making choices. It doesn't matter if the choices you make are inherently good or inherently bad. It's about making the best life out of the choices you do make. Now, I hope everyone knows of the ancient Greek hero Heracles, although you're probably more familiar with his Roman counterpart, Hercules. For a quick refresher, he's the big, muscly ginger who defeats the evil, blue-haired villain Hades. But I digress. There's a fable about Heracles. It's about him stepping into adulthood. The Greek philosopher Prodicus talks about him pondering his next steps, much like all of us sitting here today. When suddenly, 2 nymphs appear. The first one tells him to take a road on the left. He says that this road will lead to a life of comfort, where he will always have a nice bed, good food, good drink, entertainment, and no worries all his life. A pretty promising offer, I think we could all agree. The second nymph tells him to take the road on the right, because she says that the gods give nothing to man for free, that he must endure toil and effort for everything he gains. If he wants a bountiful harvest, he must cultivate the land. If he wants to be admired by others, he must do admirable things. The first nymph spoke again, saying how stupid that plan would be. When you could have happiness within seconds, why would you do that much work? It's just inefficient. The second nymph spoke again, saying that a life lived only in ease does not understand the value that things are taking pleasure from, that their happiness is superficial, and they eat, drink, and sleep in excess in order to fill an emptiness within themselves. So Heracles made his choice, following the second nymph, virtue, over the first nymph, vice. Now, I wish that life was as easy as it was for Heracles right then. I think we all could use a black and white decision right now, where one road leads to X and one road leads to Y. We just have to pick a nymph to follow. Unfortunately, real life is a lot more complex than that. Real life lives in the gray area. But that's exactly how it should be. We all know that not all of our hard work is going to lead to glory, and we also know how nice it is to take that easy road for a little while. This fork that we've come to in our life, it's not the first one we've seen, and it certainly is not the last. It isn't going to doom us right now if we pick one choice over another. So I'd like us all to take a deep breath right now. Because we all talk about how we decide our lives at 18. And I'm here to tell you that there's too much gray area in life for that to be the case. We are not Heracles deciding between virtue and vice. We're kids deciding between college, military, or a career. So please stop stressing over the next 80 years and look forward to the choice you have made. Because as cliche as it is, today is indeed a gift, and that is why they call it the present. We're not going to be perfect like Heracles and always follow that one righteous path. We're going to change our minds, make wrong turns, attempt a shortcut, or take the scenic route for a little while. But maybe, just maybe, if we shoot for the moon and make the most of every choice we do make, right or wrong, we will end up with Heracles among the stars. Now, this wouldn't be a speech given by yours truly, and I've heard there's been a bet going around about this too, if I didn't end with a quote from the one and only J.K. Rowling from her Harry Potter books. Let us take off into the night in pursuit of the flighty temptress adventure. Let's see where our choices take us, class of 2015. Thank you.